So, something different today from the eccentric man. We're at the Lost Ark Games in Stevenage, and we are doing bolt action tank wars. And this is our table, and we're doing it in 15mm, just for a bit of a change. And this is the army that I'm taking. Let's get it focused in on. And it's got two platoons, tank war platoons. First platoon is a platoon of Shermans. We got two 75s and a 76. It may look like a Firefly, but it's a 76 in this one. That's my command tank, and that's a veteran. And then I've got a Stuart 5 with it. And then my second platoon is being commanded by a Stuart 5, and I've got the two Hellcats, I think they are. They look fairly big. They'll be Hellcats today. And then I've got the M8 Greyhound with a light anti-tank. So gun-wise, we've got two mediums, one heavy, light, two super heavies? Don't know, can't remember. We'll see. Another light and another light. So up against them, we'll be playing Steve, who has had an opportunity to get his 15mm buildings out for his first time in many, many years. Finally. And they will be up against 3 Tigers and a Panzer IV. It roughly works out to 1500 points for both sides. And that's what we're running with today. So we're going to be playing bolt action. We're going to be running on this side. We're going to go long table edge to long table edge. Trying this set of rules this time around, and we're going to go for inches for range, centimetres for movement. Don't know how that's going to work. We shall see how we go. So that's it. We're just going to work out what the objectives will be, and then we'll take a game. So turn one, and the Americans have moved on, trying a flank on this side with the tank destroyer platoon, and then we've got the Shermans in the middle. Germans have come on from the far side. We've got the 3 Tigers spread out there, and the Panzer IV came on that side and took a little sneaky shot at the 76 Sherman, but fortunately missed. In retaliation, I brought on the little Stuart and took a pot shot and missed as well. We were both looking for 6s, but it didn't happen. So a quick first turn. Moving them centimetres might be a bad mistake. I think it might be better within inches, but we'll see. We'll see. It's a practice game for using 15mm, so we'll see what it comes up as. End of turn 2, and the Shermans are moving up in the middle. Take a couple of shots at the Tiger, but no success on that one. The Stuart 5 took a shot at the Panzer IV, put 1 pin on it, which was quite good. And the M8 moved across to the house. Gave it a little target of the Tiger, but it's hard cover, so Tiger missed. I advanced up, well, ran the Stuart 5, advanced up the Tank Hunter, the M18, took a shot at the Tiger but missed. The other Tiger has decided to zap around behind the church, and it then came down to the last shot of the Panzer IV. I had to take a leadership test with 1 pin. Failed the leadership test, so reversed back. So end of turn 2. Americans have got a couple of hits, but not done any damage. But yeah, moving into turn 3, and we've had some firing action. So we've advanced up the Tank Hunter troops, and they managed to put a pin on the Tiger. And then fortunately the Tiger failed his leadership test to fire, so he's reversed back. This one also failed the leadership test and reversed back, so Steve's not had very much success over that side. He's advanced up this Tiger. This Tiger at the far end did take a shot at my Sherman, and that was my command tank. Bang, gone. A super heavy gun when it hits, it does hit. The 76 did nothing, failed to hit. And I advanced the other one up to take a shot at that one, and that one missed. But it did sort of give a bit of cover to this this Sherman. Move the M8 up to the cover of the building, trying to get up there to put some pesky little shots on. And this Stuart decided he wasn't going to go anywhere. Failed his Tiger Fear test because I wanted to move him. So end of turn 3. 1 Sherman down, 1 dice out of the bag for the Americans, and a Tiger and a Panzer IV, a little bit rattled. But we've got the two that have come up there, which are could well mince those ones in the wood. But we'll see how we go. Turn 3, and there's been a bit of firing, bit of moving. The Tigers have advanced a little bit up, taken some shots. The 76 survived. The Sherman here survived just. However, it got hit by the first Tiger and penetrated it by 3. So 2 dice rolls, and there was a stunned and an on fire. So it ended up with, I don't know if you can see it there, with the shadows are a bit, that's it, 3 pins, on fire and stunned, but I managed to roll very nice and low, and it survived and put the fire out. Over here, this one took a shot but didn't hit. Panzer IV took a shot at the Stuart 5 and missed. At the end of the turn, advanced up one of the Hellcat to the hedge, fired this Hellcat at the Tiger, managed to get a hit, didn't penetrate, but put a pin on it. I'm trying to outflank with a Stuart 5. He's trying to zap around the side of the Panzer IV. So, moving into turn 4, hanging on in the centre in that wood, but not sure for how much longer. Into turn 4, and so what's happened this turn round? Let's have a look over here into the wood. Oh look, there's another Sherman on fire. It's been knocked out. Tigers advanced, well, didn't advance really, they just shot at it and killed it. The super heavy guns have really taken a toll of these. This one failed its leadership test when trying to rally, and it went down and reversed back, so a bit of a shame. The little M8 snuck around the corner, took a shot at the Panzer IV, which had put its flank in the way. Sadly couldn't penetrate it, but did put a pin on it. The Tiger at that side passed its leadership test, took a shot at my Hellcat, and I wrecked round the corner. This Hellcat took a shot and missed, and the Stuart 5 is trying to sneak up and around. This one here did take a hit and got 1 pin. So, yeah, on to turn 5. Oh, that's a bit out of focus. Oh, that's better. Went out of focus somewhere there. So, moving into end of turn 5, and things have still not gone very well for the Americans. Tried another rally on the tank, and it failed it, so it's gone backwards. But it is at least behind the wood. My M8, I had to recce away to behind that wall, and it got out of the way of the first Tiger. The second Tiger just wandered up and smacked it one and blew it up. I thought I was fairly safe with this one, but obviously not against the other Tiger there, which had an actual line of sight, hard cover, short range it was, which is horrendous. This super heavy gun at 44 inches hit it, and it immobilised it, turret jam facing the Tiger. So at least I might get a shot at long range at -1 for penetration, who knows. Tried to get a sneaky little shot from the Hellcat onto the Tiger over there, sadly missed. Put this one on ambush, because I've advanced up my Stuart 5 to have a little nibble at the Panzer IV if it comes into the wood. But we'll put this one on ambush and see what happens. And that was the end of turn 5. So Americans are now down 3 dice, 1 tank immobilised, 1 tank down with 3 pins. A little bit safer on this side, but for how much longer? So, end of turn 6, and I've managed to rally the Sherman here. Rallied this one, but only lost 1 pin, or 2 pins. This was what a shame over here. I had this one on ambush. The Tiger poked its nose out, took a shot, bounced it, missed it. It returned fire and put 1 pin on me. Over here, the Panzer missed. I advanced up the Stuart, close range, missed. Just put a pin on it. Limited penetration value of the tanks against the German armour. Yeah, lost me M8. Lost the two Shermans over here. These ones are just out of the game. A thoroughly good game, this one. Really interesting, running it in the 15mm. The terrain, how we've set it up, really does affect it much more at this level. The raises of the hills gives cover, and it allowed, and I think moving the range, leaving the range at inches, and then doing the move to centimetres. They moved slowish, but I think it evened out for the Germans the long range of the Tigers, and certainly the armour that I was hitting. So I'd hit the tanks quite a few times with the Americans, but failed to penetrate, and wasn't able to put pins on. Did put some pins on, but not enough. So yeah, really interesting running it in the 15mm. Rolled to see if there was a turn 7. There wasn't, so what we had, 3 dice down for the Americans, no destroyed tanks for the Germans. So yeah, win to Steve. Great game. Well, that was a really interesting game. Using the 15mm for the tank wars really made it different. The terrain with the hills really did help with your line of sight. Bit of blocking. You had to think about what your targets were and where they were. What also worked really well was keeping the range of the gun in inches, but changing the movement to centimetres. It may mean, I think, that we might have to increase turn time by perhaps 6 to 8 turns, just because of the distances that are getting across the table. However, it really made a difference between the expensive, heavy anti-tank guns of the Germans and the lighter guns with the Shermans and the Americans. You got many more troops, but what you had, and it really sort of reflected real life in World War II with regards to the stopping ability of the Allied tanks. They have to get in close to be able to have a chance of doing the kills, whereas in this game the longer guns, the heavier guns of the Germans, were able to pick the Americans off at longer range, which it was really quite good. Surprisingly, Steve and myself had a real great fun time playing this, and the guys who were watching and looking on were also thinking that it looks like it's a move forward, not for the majority of bolt action, but just looking at tank wars. So we're going to have another game of this. We're going to set up another game of 15mm at some stage and see if we get the same buzz out of it as we did this time. So I recommend, if you've got Flames of War stuff hidden about, have a go bolt action at 15mm. See how it works, and come back, post it on my video, or go to the Eccentric Man Battle Reports page on Facebook, join up, and you can chat to me there. Yeah, really good, really fun. I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Share with your friends. Don't forget, at 500 subscribers, I shall be doing a giveaway to thank everyone for joining up and watching my videos. It's moved on quite significant this year, with lots more subscribers coming in. So thank you very much for coming in and watching. As I say, keep watching. There will be a 500 subscriber giveaway. So until the next time, may your dice roll either high or low, depending on which way you want them to go. Thanks a lot for watching.